It's a tough week, yeah. It's a tough week, yeah. I'm just on my way home right now. Friday, happy Friday, everyone. I thought I could push through, but it didn't work out. It didn't work out in the end, but we did get to rest a little bit. So, I got home, I cleared the trash, I threw away stuff that I probably should have threw a long time ago, but I didn't throw it away. But with the rush of energies, I did it all. So today is Friday and it's still in the morning. Why am I home? Well, crazy story. So as you may know, if you watched the recent videos, that I have been feeling really tired and exhausted. And I'm recovering from, I think I had COVID. And it's such a tricky feeling. It's like physically, I'm still okay. Like, I have this rush of energy and doing all these things. So even though I twist my ankles, I could still walk. Like, it's not completely handicapped. But I broke down crying. Yeah, this morning, let's go back to this morning. I woke up and I struggled to actually get up. So I was just a little bit late when I get out, but not that late. And then the tram was just fully packed. I couldn't get on. So I will be a bit late because of that. And then I can already feel I'm extremely irritated. Like, I had to cover my colleague because she also doesn't feel well. And I completely understand that. Like, I was out the last week and she covered me like the whole week. So really thankful for that. But then I also realized that there's a lot of things I have to do in the morning that require me to be there physically and also doing a lot of things at the same time. And I feel like even though, yes, I've been told that I can ask my other colleagues for help, I am not sure how to do it. Like, I think it's part of my learning that I should know my limits and ask for help. That is one thing. But I just didn't expect. I had this morning meetings. It's usually every day in the morning with the team, and then when it's my turn to talk about the task for the day, I couldn't. I just broke out crying. I get out of the room and then I just try to get tissues, and my boss just came to me and we talked a little bit, and they sent me home to rest because I just didn't recover. I think fully recover. I like mentally, physically, I'm exhausted, but I do not know why. Like, I think it's a COVID thing. It's very weird that yes, in the beginning of the week, like I couldn't sleep, so that makes it worse. But like yesterday, for example, I slept a bit earlier, so it should be fine. So I think it's a that thing, like you're mentally and exhausted and physically exhausted, and yeah, it was like Wednesday. I had the company party, had to prepare the day before, and then on that day also from morning to very late, and then the next day I have to go to work. It is really difficult. I have a lot of like thoughts about this. Like, first of all, I feel weak. I mean, even though I know it's just not true. I mean, nowadays, my friend said like a very good point. Like, in the past, if you have gender role, the men just go to work and then the housewives stay at home, take care of the home, domestic like work and everything. But nowadays, every adults have to do everything for themselves. And it's also my first time living alone. I've been living alone for like maybe almost 2 years. So I can't say I've been taking care of the household very nicely, but I think that's the best that I could do, compared to like the old days that you have children, like now you don't have a children. Like at this age, if my parents already have children, but then they also hire a nanny to take care of them. But it's also difficult. So at the end of the day, our society has changed and the requirements is different. And second of all, I feel a bit frustrated that I am not physically strong enough sometimes. Maybe that's the reason. Because I can't help but thinking like, they are doing it. People are doing it. They are a bit younger, true, but they have been doing it. I'm sure they're also exhausted and tired in many ways. So why can't I do it? That makes me feel frustrated because I don't want to be weak. I mean, I'm born to be like a small size, short Asian woman. So what can I say? But if I'm not particularly smarter than anyone, and then physically I'm like short and I'm not as strong, I feel frustrated. Like, I'm also not with the mindset of like in the old days, like, then you be a housewife or whatever. Like, it just doesn't work nowadays, and it's not me either. Even though there's a moment that I feel like I like the idea, but I know that it's not what I think about. So I'm questioning, like, then what is your self-worth? I mean, the self-worth shouldn't be on your work, but on a daily basis, I just struggle sometimes to see, what can I actually do? What can I do compared to a lot of other people? Yeah, soft skills and all these other things is good to have, like you have to have. Nobody can do it all, right? Like, so I'm just a little bit too hard on myself right now, but I'm just tired, man. I don't know. I don't know what is the end goal here. What is the end game here? There's no end game. Is about the process. Maybe I'm fear driven again, that I don't know if you get older, how do you see yourself? Like, this society is very cruel. I mean, not in Germany. Germany is fine, but like, I think the whole world, many places are very cruel. Like, you being a woman, if you're not ever gonna have children, and you get old, you're not that cute girl that people would be more forgiving when you're younger, and you're not particularly established in anything. So how do you handle that? How do you take care of yourself? Because I feel like the reality in the future would be like, I feel like I have to always rely on myself in a lot of way. I mean, emotionally, I can lean on a lot of people, but I feel like financially, domestic work wise, it's not secure, and it's tough. Don't have the best support system. So it's a challenge, and I feel the same thing for, let's say, my parents. Like, they are now older, and I couldn't be the support system because I also struggle myself. I would love to, but I also struggle. I feel like I'm already like not someone that like spend a lot on. try to spend less to like on like pleasure. There was a period of time, I think couple like for some months I go out to eat a lot and I cover most of the expenses, and because I feel like I could, and I happily do so. But over time, I think I need to be smarter and, don't spend too much on pleasure. Make good use of that and don't be too generous, and just take care of myself better, because later on, you don't know, like you might end up, you have to take care of yourself, and then if you can't, then you it's gonna be in a big trouble. I'm rambling right now, but it's difficult. And it's towards the end of the year. It's just one more week, and then there will be vacation. I don't know how to feel about vacation. It's like these days, or sometimes, I feel like I'm not recovered. I feel like I'm constantly feeling like time is not enough, and then I'm tired. My friend also said that like it could be a sign of burnout if I'm uncontrollably cried out in a situation like that at work. It's not so good. I mean, for now, I just want to rest. But how do you have quality rest? Like if I'm scrolling on my phone like in bed and couldn't fall asleep, it's not rest. And all these habits, it's like you do it to yourself. I think a lot of people who are doing very well, they also have very good habits. They eat better. They do exercise in between. And they have quality rest time. And I think as an adult, and we're all responsible for our own habits and lifestyle, it's very difficult to change because there's a lot of like factors affecting how you do your things and why are you motivated to do one thing but not the other. So immediately I instantly on my way home I go to the supermarket and trying to get some nutritious food. Like I get an avocado. I normally never buy an avocado at home, and then I get some spinach. I thought of making eggs and a yogurt, so that I hope like I can have like a fulfilling meal instead of ordering all the time. But now I'm feeling really hungry, and when I'm too hungry, I don't have the motivation to cook and enjoy, and I always have the habit of just ordering it. So it has to be like I cannot get to the point that I'm too hungry to do these kind of stuff. And I think all these living habits start when you're much younger, and I hope if you watching this, if you're much younger, I'm talking about the early 20s and so on, be mindful of your habits. I'm talking about daily habits. It could be as simple as like, how do you eat? How do you rest? How do you spend your downtime? Those are very important. Like, I feel like I'm deep in this digital world that like I cannot stop using and looking at my phone. And there's another kind of addiction. It's like a habit of people smoking and they couldn't quit smoking. I'm thankful that I don't smoke, because that would be another problem they have to get through. And I'm happy that I don't need to rely on caffeine as well. Then I could just focus on eating better. And I mean, I don't understand. Like I do exercise. Exercise means you being active. Like, I'm not talking about like you go to the gym and something like that. I'm talking about stay active. Like I'm always on my feet. I'm walking. I'm lifting stuff. And all these things actually are very good. I don't hate it. I like that it's part of my work actually. Um, but what is missing? What am I not doing that makes me feels like I am not able to handle my work? Like another question is, I've been working on sites for 6 months now, 5 days per week, and it's a norm in the old days. And my last couple of jobs actually are all hybrid. Hybrid means there are 2 days I work from home, and to me, it was really good because you always recover from the 1 or 2 days when you're home. You're doing part of your household stuff doing office hour, and people would argue that then you're not doing your job well, and then then the companies don't like that and all that. It's true, but at the same time, if you see it in the full picture, if someone can handle doing these stuff and also at home at the same time, it helps them because now they won't get a burnout. Now they can focus better, have higher quality work because they can just sneak in time to do the household stuff here and there. And when you have a better living condition, then you will have more motivation at work. It's very subtle, and probably people wouldn't understand if they, like, let's say, if those bosses that I could picture, let's say in the scenario, like they hire, because they are rich, yeah, they hire someone to take care of the household. They only need to fully focus on their own health and their work. And here and there, maybe they do some parenting, but they definitely have enough help around the household. But what about people who are, on their own, don't have much support system, they have to do it all? And these kind of format is helping them to have a better life quality and overall just more sustainable and stronger when they can do their work and I feel I have two complete different topics right now, but again, well-being. I joke about saying like, yo, this time mine did not overcome the matters. I consider myself a person that is quite resilient. Like resilient as in I want to be resilient. But I always feel like I'm not resilient enough. And it's funny how your body reacts to it. Like I did not expect I would cry it out. I thought that I could still have energy. It's true. Like, I come back and still do a bunch of tasks. Like physically, that means that I'm actually here. I have them. But mentally, I'm not here. Mentally, I'm constantly thinking like I'm exhausted. But it's actually from the mind maybe, and from the sickness maybe. And overall, that is why today I could not make it. And now I'm sitting here making a video. What is the point of all this? I just hope to have some kind of direction. Like I think making videos and seeing people's comments helps me a lot because I don't know, there people really have a lot of wisdom to share in the comment. I really appreciate that. And who is like having the similar things, being a early 30s woman, being a foreigner in a foreign country with a surrounding that's speaking not your mother tongue, that you're working trying to take care of yourself, don't have the best family background. I see you. I hope I know more people like that. I have some people around me that understand our struggle and supporting each other. But how do they survive? How do they make it? I know that many people actually don't, and that's why they have all kinds of problems or disorders as a result. And I don't want to be like that. But I feel like I already have something. But I don't know. Anyhow, it's gonna be fine. I just need to take good care of myself this weekend, and I hope tomorrow, I mean next week, I'm not gonna be recharged. Yeah. See you next week. Wait, no, next week, sorry. See you next video. Bye.